If you are kind, you have the effective mind. Yes, because when you are kind, your mind is become calm and composure. You know very well that in this state of the calm and composure, your mind is more effective and you can take the right decision at the right time, which might be good for your development, for your skill enhancement, everywhere it is applicable. Before going further, let me tell you a little story of my life when I act in a kind way to some people who are in the distress. Long before, when I was working in Udaipur in Hindustan Zinc Limited, at that time suddenly I got the news that one family who lost their money while traveling as a tourist in Udaipur city who came to our mind. And those family is seeking help from the populations of that mine. Many people were there, but they were listening to their misery, but nobody was acted to help him. And I came to know that particular family was from West Bengal. But it doesn't matter to me. But I listened to their thing very patiently, and what happened to them exactly I listened. And then on a cool composure, I told clearly that I cannot do much more because of certain limitations, but definitely I can do you for something. With my little capacity and capability, I can help you. I took that family to my residence. At that time, I was not married in the bachelor life. And I went there. I gave them the 2,500 rupees. I am talking about the period when it was around 1996. Yes. And very recently I joined my job in Hindustan Zinc Limited. And my intention was that to provide enough so that they can sustain their fooding, boarding and also return ticket. They assured me that they will pay back all this money when they reach their home. Anyway, I was assured that they will money order this money, they will send the bank draft in my bank. I gave them. And I waited with patience if the money is returned or not. I asked my father to check my bank account. At that time, online facilities were not there, whether the money is received in the bank or not. My father went a couple of times to the bank and updated my passbook, but money has not come back. But anyway, I don't have any repentance out of that, because while I gave them the money, this little bit suspicion was there always. But I thought, okay, if my money can help a bereaved family outside their home, it will be my happiness. And I was happy in that thing. Whether that family cheated me, not returning, that is a separate incident. What I meant to say, this act of kindness played the bigger role, and despite not having the very good amount of the money, I was able to help them with my mentality. There was another incident was that while I was going to home in the annual leave, and my route was such that from Udaipur to Jaipur one train, and from Jaipur to my Asansol hometown is the another train. While in between this train, there was the huge amount of the gap, and I had no option to wait in the waiting room, because for me, taking shelter in a hotel was not at all affordable at that period of the time of my service. So I waited in the waiting room, and after waiting 2-3 hours, a family, looks like the businessman family and well-to-do family, came suddenly. They rested with their bag and baggages, and they started talking to me. One person. And I'm really interested to talk with the people to know what is happening around and where from they are coming and what is their things. And suddenly he called me that he lost his bag and baggages while coming from Bengaluru to Jaipur that time. And at that time, anti-North India sentiment was playing the big role in the state of the Karnataka. And I believed that things, it might happen, that they looted the business and they lost the money. Then the gentleman asked in a begging tone that can you help me to go to my hometown in the Rajasthan, which was also far away because Rajasthan is a very big state. And after some hesitation because of my previous incident, I agreed. I gave 1,500 rupees in currency note. He also assured that he will return that amount after going to home. But in both the cases, I was a bit cheated, but even then, I can tell you it matters for them. And that's why it matters for me also in terms of my happiness, that I could have helped them in the time of requirement, in the time of the need. And this is my only satisfaction, that despite being cheated one time, the second time also I acted the same act of the kindness. And these are two major incidents, but let me tell you some minor incident also. Those are very insignificant because time to time through my wife, I used to pay some money to the orphanage and the dresses also, so that the hapless children in the orphanage, they can also get some sort of the support. It's a very insignificant from the part of the society, but even then, it's much of my satisfaction that I could have done something for those downtrodden and unfortunate, very young people in the orphanage. So these are all the act of the kindness which I try to maintain in my life, and I do up to my best capacity, despite being cheated twice in my life. So it doesn't matter. People who seems to be honest are also very vulnerable to be cheated. And in the history also, we have seen many incidents of being cheated, but isn't despite that, it's not a matter of the much big concern, because God has given me this capability to withstand even after being cheated. And that's why what I think that the act of the kindness matters for some life, for somebody's life, and in terms of my life, providing some sort of happiness. Whatever, however, maybe intransient this happiness is, that it brings about some happiness, and this happiness also create the very healthy mindset in my life, and it kept me very much bold, courageous, and the positive. So the act of the kindness brings about the path of the happiness. Thank you.